come off as a serious drill sergeant. Although if you do that angle and you want to do it, go ahead. I'm fine with it. Some people will love that, and some people will think you're ridiculous. So I think if you can pull it off, pull it off. But do it in a more empathetic and inviting way. Like, be the cool guy or cool gal that everybody wants to surround by asking them questions, getting feedback from them, giving them tips. But also when you talk, look them in the eye. Suggest what they should. Hey, I need you over here. You know, your chest is higher than everybody else's. Your voice. If you got people talking back row, don't be at the front and go, huh, please everyone break up into your circuits now. The water break turned into a 1 minute suggestion to 5 minutes. No. Hey, Team B, get over there. You know, works with my dog. It works with people too. I've been a trainer for years. So trust me on this. There is one alpha in any situation. Right now, I'm the speaker. I'm the alpha, okay? Tomorrow it could be someone else. But right now, I'm the alpha. When you're running that class, guess who's the alpha? You are. So embrace it. Particularly in our company, we have a lot of smart clients that are alphas in their respective right. So if you don't take charge of the classroom, you'll have 40 people at once fighting for that. So help them out. Do them a favor. They didn't come here to think. They came here to do and get results. Make it easy for them. Be the alpha. All right. With that said, here's some tips on being an alpha. Greet boot camps. Greet the clients at the start of the class. Right then and there. Look them in the eye. High five them. You're controlling the flow. You're demonstrating your alpha. They don't consciously think that. They subconsciously know, hey, Travis is in charge. I'm doing what he's saying today. Start the class on time. You'll lose respect right from the get-go if you're late. You got a lot of smart type A people in there, you're done for. They will hold you accountable to that, even if you're on time the next 4 times. If you're late one more time, then you'll have to hear it again. And why even invite that into your life? Listen, sometimes you may be late. Actually, not a good idea. But don't be late. All right. 3, reinforce that they're on time. We have a 5-minute late policy. If the 9:30 class starts at 9:30, guess what time it starts at? 9:30. We have a warm-up that's 10 minutes long. The first 5 minutes is foam rolling, then dynamic warm-up after that. I don't want them to be late, but if they skip the foam rolling, it's not a deal breaker, but I don't want them skipping dynamic warm-up. They're not as safely prepared because their body's not warmed up properly, and also it throws off your rhythm. Before we did this policy, we would have the nicest people in the world, always like the most late people, by the way. The coolest, nicest person, nicest client of yours is late because they probably aren't as stressed out because they don't let things bother them in life and they just do their own thing at their own pace. They show up 21 minutes in and you're like, oh, get on the bike. That's a crappy warm-up. Don't give them crappy service. Make them on time. Okay? With that being said, it's the front desk job to not even put you in that situation because, to be fair, I want to acknowledge this. I've had this happen before, and when I was a director and running as a trainer, and the front desk didn't stop them, and then one of the nicest people in the world and the nicest trainer had a weird conversation because the trainer enforced the policy, and they threw a fit in front of 30-something people. Not a cool thing to experience for either one, and the clients don't want to be bothered. That's like, dude, just be on time. Like, this is when the classes are on. It's on a schedule. Okay. Number 4, class should run as smooth as ice. People are not over congesting and falling on top of each other. There should be order to your class and your setup, okay? Provide instructions and directions, or provide that narrative we were talking about throughout the whole class. People should know what they're doing at all times and why. Don't softly just say, get over here and do push-ups. Get over here and do 5 burpees. You know, I could YouTube 5 exercises right before class starts and do that. If you're doing that, don't do that. You are in charge of the conversation all the time. Absolutely no one should be out talking you. And if you have a group of people that are in your class that congregate and chat, and these are probably going to be the nicer people in class, by the way, you're going to have to separate them. All right. let's finish up a couple points here on the environment for the boot camp or the workout. Then we're going to take a short break and we'll come back with a part 2 to this presentation because it is a little lengthy. All right, proper communication. We did, the previous lecture we went over communication, but the 3 main things I'm looking for. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna briefly touch on this because I believe the reps and hearing it over and over is important. One is that the narrative should be there. They should know what they're doing throughout the whole workout. The engagement should be there, going around, making eye contact, touching people. Not touching people just to touch people, but say if someone's in a plank, their pelvis is low, don't allow them to have bad form and hurt their back. Grab their pelvis and lift it up. And then the other thing is verbal. Give them verbal cueing first. If you can give them verbal cues so you don't have to touch them, do that. If they're not getting it, get more engaged and go over there and move their pelvis in the right position. Okay? But every single person should receive one of those levels of communication. Either verbal, hey Sarah, how you doing? Great set. They should receive this after you greet them. Everybody should be greeted, okay, no matter what. But during the workout, at some point, I should feel like if I'm the client, that you care that I'm there and you're watching over me. Because that's one of the top reasons why people go to places is so they can have that consulting. So they should be touched, spoken to, or looked at, eye contact during the workout at very minimum once. And that's not very hard to do. You got 55 minutes with them. And this is relevant to the environment. Once again, make sure that the floor is clear of things, there's appropriate spacing, there's no wet spots, there's no divots in the ground. We've had someone trip on a divot. The equipment's safe to use. You're giving people appropriate exercises for their fitness level. You're not trying to make them, if it's a start of a challenge, or survey the class before the class starts. How many people is their first week? Or first 1 to 4 weeks. Okay. Have a plan for the people that have been here only coming for 4 weeks, and then have a plan that have been coming here for the 104th week. Okay? And then make sure that when you end your classes, there's some sort of discussion asking people, hey, is there any things that you'd like to see in the classes? Is there any confessions or any wins anybody's had, any success, lost a certain amount of weight, or any victories they'd like to talk about, some non-scale victories. So that way you're taking the time in your cool down stretch to show that you care and you want to see how people are doing. You're open to feedback and things. It doesn't mean because someone says do legs for now you're going to do it, but you're open to feedback. All right, we're going to take a quick pause and then we'll come back for part 2 of boot camp, the workout.